everyone. It is the King of Anime podcast, and we are live again with another great episode. This time, we've, last week we didn't have SeaTactics. The week before, we didn't have Satsuki. Week before that, EA was just gone forever. Now, no one's here for the show, guys.
Aww.
Yeah.
I thought Rising Sun was going to join.
No, we've killed everyone who was on the show. So literally no one is left.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm typing in the chat, so that's one person.
Well, I mean, you're dead. You're just a ghost, so you're not actually.
Oh, yeah.
Your watch time counts, but you're not an actual person. There's no view. It's terrible. So as for...
rights.
Cringing intro. Introduce yourself, you guys.
Yo, Satsuki the Savage here, and watched the episodes today, procrastinating per usual, but we got it done, so that's it.
I'm proud.
Hey everybody, it's me, Everything Animated,
geez.
and I'm here to say that I've almost caught up on Domestic Girlfriend, and as promised, as long awaited, as grossly anticipated, I am coming back to YouTube's.
I'm excited. I have since watched Domestic Girlfriend, and I actually want to get caught up on your series with it, so that's good.
Just wait. I have a lot of things to say about it, and it is going to be the juiciest of all juice.
I love that anime, and I probably would still agree with you 100%. Because it's that kind of anime. Drew says you should invite someone who has no idea what's going on with the podcast. That's beautiful. Just don't tell him what the podcast is. Just, you're going to be on a podcast this week. Just, it's okay.
But C is already doing that. I'm on here.
Oh, God.
Just have Arcada on there. Hey guys, you wanted to have a Q&A with me? Welcome to the King of Anime podcast.
Hey there, E-Bud. You said you wanted to do a video. I'm sorry. I was generalizing all Canadians there. It was terrible. I'm just a terrible person. This is the King of Anime podcast where we ramble for like 3 minutes. Let's not ramble. Let's talk about Dororo episode number 16, the story of Shiranui. I guess he's the Shark Boy kid. It's not actually said. Anyways, Dororo is taken by Itachi, and he's led to led to an island by this guy who's like a shark boy, where Dororo's father put the treasure. But when they are brought there, they are bamboozled by this shark boy guy. And they're trapped, and they make their way out. They kill one of the shark boys. I think they kill Subaramaru. And that's pretty much it. They make their way out. And they get to the island.
So if there's Shark Boy, does that make Dororo Lava Girl?
You know, I was thinking about this. Who is Lava Girl, like, in this situation? They've already, called him Shark Boy. So who is the Lava Girl? And I think you may be onto something there.
Yeah, it's Dororo. She's Lava Girl because you gotta light up her back and show the map.
You know what? That's clever. Dororo is indeed Lava Girl. So now,
there you go.
Who is the villain in Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Topher Grace, I think. I don't remember.
So Eric from That 70s Show. So it's okay. So Red Foreman just comes in for a cameo. Don't let me shove my boot up your ass.
Ah, damn kids, what a dumbass. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, we just made a That 70s Show reference on a YouTube video. This is weird. So yeah, Dororo is taken by Itachi. Itachi, of course, being the person that betrayed Dororo's family. And he wants the treasure, which I guess we could have saw this coming, what would happen in the last episode as well, but it seemed like it was getting to a point like this map thing was leading to something. And I guess this is what it was leading to, is this.
Yeah, but Dororo is it's starting to wear me down a little because we've already talked about the episodic flow of the show, and it wasn't a problem before because I thought that stories were interesting, but I wasn't. We fought sharks, not demons, not you know some type of moral gray villains where they're trying to do right, but it's the wrong thing. We fought sharks, and it felt weird. It felt, and I know it sounds that sounds strange, but it felt out of place that we fought a shark.
What did we fight?
Shark Boy.
Shark Boy.
I just like the way you say it.
It's
We
just,
fought a shark.
yeah. It's I don't understand. I mean, didn't we fight like some type of crab demon? But at least it was like ferocious and he was great. I think it was a crab.
Yeah, it was a giant crab.
That freaking village ate for weeks and months after that.
Oh yeah, so it was so obvious that Shiro
Let's just call him Shark Boy.
It was so obvious Shark Boy was evil when you look at him and he's got an arm missing. I was like, come on, his arm's missing. He's so evil.
And he had that face. He's like, "You want to get on the boat?" It's like, yeah, we can trust this guy. Totally get on that boat.
Hey kid, you want to get in this van?
I know. I got cookies. Jesus.
But to be fair with that, they didn't really think that he was going to pull a shark out of his ass.
Two sharks.
That kind of came out of left field, so I can't blame him for that. But I definitely, you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but this guy looked very crazy. He has I'll say that he has a unique character design. He has the missing teeth, he has the shaved hair, the missing arm.
He looks like a cross between a hardcore surfer and a hardcore skater and a hardcore meth addict.
I agree with that statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty spot on. I mean, he's got the scars, you got the meth teeth going on there.
I want to do the English dub of that guy's voice.
Yo, bro, you got any meth?
You want to go to that island? I can totally take you there.
But watch out, there may be some sharks in the water. Just kidding. Get in the boat, kid.
Yeah, get in the boat. I got you. Gonna feed my sharks now. Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to know a joke? I kill people.
How did he train two sharks to be his friend?
This is what I'm thinking. That's like his actual family. Because those were like great white sharks. Like, how are they? They're not in that. They're not in that kind of water.
Well, this is a world where people have relations with demons. There could be people that love their sharks too much. You never know.
Right, and they lure them into shallow waters.
Mm-hmm. They're like, come here. All right, grab the arm. You're mine now.
Maybe in the next episode, because this is getting another episode, obviously, because he wants revenge. To which I'm like, the easiest way to defeat this thing is to just like stay on land.
If this shark grows feet.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm scared for. Because when he said kill them all, and I said, wait a minute, how is that possible? I'm very afraid that we're going to have like some Sharknado situation where the
Sharknado has
moved.
There was a manga that predated Sharknado. It's called Gyo Fish Attack. It's by Junji Ito.
God.
Yes, that Junji Ito. And it's about fish that get legs that just start attacking the human race. It's basically it's a zombie invasion, but sharks and fish. And it goes into a really disgusting place, but it's initially pretty freaking hilarious. And if they like go fish attack this anime, I'm gonna be really pissed, but at the same time, I'd probably laugh a little bit.
I mean, they could turn this into Jaws for the revenge, because now it's become that where he's gonna avenge his fallen, I don't know, brother, friend, I don't know, family member. And you saw the shark, his eyes rolled in the back of his head, and he's like, I'm ready to kill. And I want to see the shark grow legs. If it grows wings and legs, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Wings and legs, and he's really muscular and has a 6-pack. And he's dressed up as Hulk Hogan.
And he starts talking, and then the rest of the street sharks come and say, Jawsome!
Oh my god. They put a random ad in there for Mentos. Why the hell not?
Oh my god.
It's like a Blink-182 video. No, that's how the next episode is. It's just the Blink-182 music video.
Which one? Where they're running naked?
I was going to say Josie, but...
Oh, okay.
What's My Age Again works too. I don't even know what to talk about after this.
I mean, what else is there to say?
This was like...
We also... Go ahead.
This is like, you know how last week's Shield Hero episode didn't really need to happen? This episode didn't feel like it needed to happen. It felt like you could have easily took out a bunch of stuff and put it in the next episode.
I definitely agree.
That being said...
definitely could have been condensed. I'll say that. That
being said, we haven't seen the next episode, so that may not be true on some level, but I do think that... Come on. This get in 2 parts. Did it really need it? Like, you could... I don't think this is going to be a 1-to-1. By the way, do you guys think this is going to get a season 2? Because I'm starting to think it's going to get a season 2.
I don't think so. I mean, it's just going to be 24 episodes, and I think they're going to end it after that. I mean, we just finished 16, so we got 7 more left after this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess, yeah, because then after that it will be 6, so it's like, yeah, that would be hard to kind of wrap everything up unless they start finishing it right after this next episode.
Because the reason I say that is it feels like an adaptation that's trying to adapt everything. Because if they're adapting, like, you can't find an episodic like anime like this, and it's, you know, source material has like hundreds of chapters. You can't find like another story to fit in here. It just feels like I think there may be another series for this, and I'm totally fine with that. Dororo is awesome. But yeah.
We also had the Itachi backstory, a little, not backstory,
yes.
but like we talked about him and how he was fighting the war, and his squad, or whatever you want to call it, was set up to be bait, I guess you could say, and they were like left to die with no reinforcements and whatnot. And it felt like to me that they were trying to make him sort of sympathetic, but I'm like, I'm not feeling it, because like just probably 5 minutes after that, they stripped Dororo naked to find a map.
Yeah, that was really weird.
I guess, like, in the context of what they were trying to do, it wasn't like terrible, but I feel like they could have, I don't know, didn't not have to spend so much on that scene. I don't, like, there wasn't any reason for it, I felt like.
Yeah.
I do want to say I found it funny when they were on the boat and Dororo gave the speech of how they need to stop bitching and, like, you know, live. It was funny when then you had Itachi go like, all right, man, yeah, listen to Dororo. We're going to do this. I love you all. Let's do it. And then one of the guys goes, all right, boss, what do we do? And then he turns and looks at Dororo. I'm like, you guys are grown men looking towards this little kid for guidance. That's kind of sad.
Not only that, but
And like
Itachi
Dororo,
pulled off a betrayal pretty well. So how can he not be a little bit of a strategist here?
Yeah, and
I
isn't
don't
it
know.
great how Dororo gets in the water and is able to evade the shark, even though sharks can swim pretty fast, especially great white sharks. They're, in the water, they can go about like 30 miles per hour, even more, depending on how hungry they are. Humans, not so fast. It's like, pull me up, pull me up. Vroom. That kid would have been eaten.
Yep. I think that's just, that's a product of what it is.
It almost reminded me of Deep Blue Sea. Anybody remember that movie?
Is that the movie
Where the sharks they were trying to find a cure for like Alzheimer's or something, and then the sharks got smarter as a side effect, and Samuel L. Jackson gets killed halfway through the movie.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that is such a great bad movie. I love it.
I love that movie. Isn't that the one where the Punisher is in it?
Punisher's in it. LL Cool J's in it.
LL Cool J, man.
And the ending song, LL Cool J sings. And it's deep as bluest, my hand is like a shark's fin. And I lose my shit every time I hear it. I want to watch that movie again after this.
Honestly, that being said, I'm indifferent towards this episode. Like, I feel like we didn't need it. I didn't feel like I felt like my time was sort of wasted here in some respect. But I mean, like, it isn't that bad. It's like it's average. I'm giving this a pass.
I want to see what happens to the shark and how he gets revenge. So I'm gonna pass it.
I will say this: we need to start moving towards the end of the plot, because I'm starting to lose interest in the ending. Whereas with Shield Hero, it feels like even with that last episode being really bad, I still want to see the ending.
Yeah, they need to start wrapping it up here pretty soon. After this next episode, they need to get to the meat and potatoes of this show and start wrapping it up. Or if they're going to make a second season, then fine, let's do this. Let's do it.
with this show, I also want to see the end of it. Dororo, before these last couple of episodes, like, was my favorite anime last season, but I only can give one courtesy pass, and that was used last episode because I thought that one was bad, and this one was just not good as well. So I'm killing it.
Oh, so sad. So sad.
Oh.
Oh no, Dororo is bleeding out. Not the person, but the show. That sucks. I think the show, of course, I don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore. We've said a bunch. Let's talk about another show called One Punch Dude.
One Punch!
One Punch Man episode 4.
I'm
Metal
gonna say
Bat
it every time.
Metal Bat takes on the triple threat team of Senta Senpai, Kohai Senpai,
the TTT,
and Senta Kohai rather, and Senta Chono. While this is happening, Saitama enters a tournament as Chiranko, whatever his name is, as Metal Bat is dealing with Senta family. Garo makes his way and fights Metal Bat. After the credits, we see a tease for a new hero.
Oh, there was stuff after the credits?
Oh, shit.
There always is.
Damn it.
There's always important stuff after the credits.
Damn it.
It's just a little scene, though.
Well, I missed that part, so... Oops.
I usually don't watch after credits. It's just because after this is done, I'm sitting down and writing, things that I read to introduce the shows. So I always end up catching the endings for most of these animes.
Yeah, I never care for One Punch Man's endings. It's just so soft and somber. I'm just like, it's put me to sleep. But at the beginning, it gives me... Yeah. I swear they repeated it the same in this season. And I'm just like, Okay, next.
Yeah, I actually like the ending songs for One Punch Man. Just they don't fit the One Punch Man. They're ballads all the time. What about some hard rock? What you guys think about this episode? I thought this is once again this is one of my favorite shows of the season, and I didn't think I would be saying that. So there you go.
Yeah, it had me wanting
introduced
more.
my favorite
Metal Bat, right?
Metal Bat. Yes, that is the man.
He was great
And,
in season 1.
He only got a little bit of shine. I mean, I took notice of him, but he didn't become my favorite character until this moment here. I think what happens and what is going to happen in the next episode is like what made him my favorite character, because you don't really see, because there's a lot of heroes in One Punch Man, like a lot, so you don't see much from them. But when you do get these little moments, then that tells you which one is going to be your favorite, whatnot. But I love Metal Bat. If you notice, like before he even fought, he had a conversation with his little sister, which I think that's like a good detail that was like added to his character, because they could have just made him like a badass like delinquent type of character, because that's how he's dressed. But there's a little more to him, and I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree that. Well, first of all, this episode just flew by, and by the time it was over, I was like, "Is that it?" Because they were about to start fighting, and I wanted it to keep going. And I'm like, "Great, now I have to wait till Tuesday to see this." But yeah, it's this was another really good episode. I thought it was hilarious. The whole time Saitama was just hiding his face because he was trying to keep his identity a secret from that one dude. But for the most part, yeah, very enjoyable episode. I don't complain, honestly.
I like the Senta Senpai, the Senta Kohai, and the Senta Chono. I thought that was a clever way to name those centipede family. And is it? I don't know. They kind of make some of these villains look a little bit like horror film like characters.
The big centipede was from the first Avengers movie that the Hulk smashed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the face. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also liked when
I just want to say real quick. I know they called him like Sentai Choro or some shit like that in this episode.
Churros.
I think that's like the Viz translation, but I think most of the community just calls them Elder Centipede because that's much easier to remember.
Mm-hmm.
I do like their cute little
Makes
names,
sense too. Yeah, makes sense. Like Kohai, Senpai, Elder.
Yeah, it does make sense.
I like how Metal Bat is just fighting these centipedes, and he's just taking them out, and you think he's like done for, and he just takes the bat and he hits himself in the head, makes him start bleeding. It's like a wrestling match from the 90s. It was awesome.
He pulls a Hey Arnold. Don't hit me. I'll hit me. I'm crazy.
It was great. Metal Bat, I was just like, man, Metal Bat is awesome. Like he's such a badass. He also at one point he's bodyguarding for these stuck up rich people, and he's like, what the hell is this? Is this hell? And I'm like, God, that's great.
Yeah, he's I'm curious to see how he's gonna fare against Garo next week. I mean, I think he'll do well if they're dedicating the whole episode again, of that.
Yeah. We may. I'm not sure who this hero is at the end. I can't remember if it's a girl or a dude or not. I don't remember much, but maybe
oh my
that
gosh.
hero
is he? Oh God, I'm drawing a blank. Never mind. I was trying to make a joke and it didn't work. Keep going.
Well, I wonder if that hero's going to get involved with that fight, or maybe they're just not going to do much of the fight next episode, and they're going to do the whole Saitama thing for the next episode.
That's what I was trying to say. Is he All Might? Is All Might going to appear? Because I am here.
A phone call is here. A phone call is here.
Let me get this.
Oh man. So yeah, we have the whole thing of Saitama entering as Chiranko, which is just, it's great because he has that wig on from the end of the last episode, and he has this paper up next to his face to hide it, and he's like, and the master guy comes in and he's like, "Oh, you're nervous." Oh, I see. I thought that was funny.
And I love how he was like kind of doing some, like he was talking about, the last guy that went up here, and went as someone else, they cheated and they were expelled, and he started sweating. He's like, "Oh, I see why you're nervous, because you know who it was, don't you?" He's like, "Oh God, yeah, that's it." And all he cares about is getting the $3 million.
Wasn't this a thing that happened in Dragon Ball Z, where he entered a tournament under a different identity?
I do remember.
Dragon Ball?
Well, no, I do remember. I'm trying to remember. Dragon Ball Z.
It's Great Saiyaman, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
But I do remember one where Trunks and Goten dressed up as a person.
Oh yeah.
They were as one person, and they were piggybacking. Right? Mm-hmm. I do remember that. That was one that I remember, and I think there was one in the original Dragon Ball where Kami was a person.
Love it.
But he wasn't. Yeah.
I love it. Love me some good classic Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else there is to discuss this episode, to be honest.
I do want to talk about like the strength levels of the characters, because when they had the announcements going off and then Garo was he seeked out Metal Bat, they said like at first when you had Senta Senpai, or is it Senpai Centipede?
It's like Senta Senpai, Senta Kohai.
Senta Senpai. All right, the Senpai one. They give you the threat, the disaster levels of them, and it's demon. Just like for reference, demons are fucking strong. Like the classes are. It goes from wolf, which I think, or is it wolf or tiger? I may be getting it confused, but it's like wolf is like one of the weakest, and tiger, which may or may not be higher than that, and then demon classes are really strong. Even S-class heroes would struggle with them, and then dragon is one of the highest, and then you got god, but the only god that we've seen is Boros.
And that was awesome.
Yeah, the dragon level threats are crazy. You've seen Metal Bat he couldn't do shit to Elder Centipede. He hit him one time, and then Elder Centipede just like, what the hell? Just knocked his ass out.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's showing you like the power scale of him, because the demon he could beat after a little while, after he struggled a little bit, but the dragon completely outclassed.
Okay.
So this is going to be a situation where they're probably going to need teamwork to take out some of these.
Maybe. I can see them like fighting one another for a little bit, and then all of a sudden Centipede's like, "Hey, what about me?" And then they're like, "You're in the way." It almost kind of reminds me of Bleach, where those what's it? I can't remember. Like they were both fighting one another. Yeah.
Oh wait.
I'm trying to remember that episode. Like one of the Hollows was like really strong. He grew really big, and then the names are just drawing a blank right now. But they were like fighting amongst each other, and he's like, "Hey, don't ignore me," and they're like, "You're in the way," and then they just blow him away. I have to look it up now. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
Kenpachi Zaraki was one of them.
Kenpachi and
And what's her face's brother?
In the hell? Yeah. How in the hell am I forgetting his name?
Kenpachi's like my favorite from that show. But anyway, like they were fighting each other, and the big giant Hollow's like, "Don't you ignore me!" And then they just use their attacks and like knock them away. I could see that happening like in this episode. Like, I think that'd be funny.
Bleach podcast coming soon.
Y'all are not going to expect how this fight is going to end. You
Oh,
may
geez.
either really like it or you'll be like, "What?" You'll see.
Oh, I knew it. All Might's coming in. He's gonna save the day.
A phone call is here. Sorry, it's my ringtone. I can't not. What are we giving this? I find it weird because it's so fun watching One Punch Man, but I never feel like there's much to talk about because it's such a battle shonen. You know,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fights.
Yeah.
It's an awesome show. Definitely a pass.
Pass.
Pass. Can we pass something from Orbit? I think we ran into this last season because there were so many great shows. I think I want to pass this one from Orbit. Can we do that?
I'm gonna pass it from my junk.
Jesus Christ! Let's talk about Lolly Hero. Speaking of,
Speaking of junk.
well, Shield Hero episode 7. God damn it! A Shield Hero episode 17. I promise.
I didn't mean to get you flustered. I'm sorry.
This episode,
It's still Lolly.
thankfully, makes last week's episode look like Berserk 2016. But then again, all it had to do was have 2D animation, really. Philo must fight Fitoria in Mortal Kombat on the highest tower difficulty. She succeeds in defeating Fitoria, which stops Fitoria from destroying the 4 heroes. I think. Fitoria then gives Philo the crown, lets Melty ride her, and gives Naofumi the Rage Shield corrosion resistance. But now Naofumi must confront the other heroes and reconcile with them and make peace. I now understand why I don't remember anything about this arc. And that's because this is a waste of time.
I agree. This is a terrible arc.
I'm glad it was only 2 episodes, because I feel like it was probably longer in the manga. But man, they dropped the ball on this.
I feel like it was like kind of a waste of time to do the whole testing thing. It seems like Fitoria knows so much about the Shield Hero, especially. Like, she was literally in his head when he was using the Curse Shield, but we had to go through all these trials just so she could help them out, it was like, it was kind of weird because she had Melty hostage, and then after that they just started chilling and having a party. It was like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I understand like giving each character their own little thing to go through to show off these character strengths, but Philo is one of the strongest characters in Naofumi's party. She doesn't need her own little thing. Like, her thing is literally, her thing could be Fitoria shows up and is like, you're now crowned the queen or whatever. That's fine. But we don't need this whole trial thing because we already know her strength. And not only that, but when she defeats Fitoria, it's just because scratched her cheek, and in the next scene, the scratch is gone. What was the point?
So that she can get a cowlick.
Speaking of which, I just wanted to tell you guys, I used to have a cowlick when I was a little old baby SeaTactics. I look so cute.
Apparently, you were extremely strong at that age, because cowlicks in the world of Shield Hero equals power.
It's a symbol of their power. So with each, I think it just goes up to 3. So with each one, as they get older, they get more.
Stay away from that one. He's got 7. Oh shit!
No, it only goes up to 3.
Oh,
3 means you're like an elder. You're like one of the most powerful Philolials.
Don't you think that's a little ridiculous?
It makes much more sense. Like if you're more into the show.
But I mean, I don't know.
If it was introduced better, you probably wouldn't be complaining about it as much, because it wasn't. It wasn't. I have to explain it to you guys. Like, there you go. It seems ridiculous, but like it's a thing that totally makes sense within its universe.
Here's your crown. Bloop! I got a cowlick.
Well, okay. So she is the queen of the Philolials. Like, Philo is now that. Like, she will be after Fitoria goes away or whatever she does, retires, dies. That's like a thing.
She wants to kill everybody all the time. She's very threatening. I don't like her as the queen.
Oh man, she's so much better in the manga. But so let me just let this sink in. She is the queen of the Philolials.
Yes.
The ruler, Philo. She hasn't done much besides kick Motoyasu in the junk, which is great, but
No, that's for that alone. She should have showed up and gave her the crown. There's nothing else.
I agree.
For justice.
Well, kicking a man square on the balls. I now dub thee successor of the Philolials.
But now,
Yeah.
now think of it from this way logically. She had to defeat Fitoria. Like, wouldn't you want the person who is going to become the queen of the Fallopians? You can't not, right? Wouldn't you want that person to actually defeat the former queen of the Fallopians? Wouldn't you not want that? Like, to actually defeat her and fight her instead of just getting a scratch.
Oh, absolutely. I would want that. And also, what I don't like is how she went about it. She went up to them while they were eating. Hey, how's it going, girl? Vroom, traps the girl and says, all right, I'm going to kill every motherfucker in this place unless I get to have that person be my, defeat me. I would have been like, what? I haven't even finished taking a bite yet, and you're just going to throw this. I don't know. Her ethics and the way that she goes about doing things, it's not all that just. It's just very, it seems weird and scatterbrained to me.
Yeah, this whole opening was a huge mess. Thankfully,
Shield Hero.
After that, it actually does get considerably better. After all this happens, there's a fairly lighthearted scene that comes right after this where Naofumi and the gang hang out with Fitoria. Melty literally rides Fitoria. Fitoria's just like, Melty's like, can I ride you? And
can I get on top and ride you?
Oh God.
Hey, you said it, not me. When it happened, when they showed this hilarious scene of her riding Fitoria, I thought, is she gonna sink into her feathers and like, is she gonna die like suffocation?
Apparently, her feathers aren't as good as Philo's.
Yeah, Raftalia started sinking and falling asleep right on cue as soon as she put her hand in.
Yeah, as soon as started put her hand in. I'm gonna stop that sentence. Good times.
It's weird. Everybody's telling me they want to put their hands in Philo. I don't know what's going on about that. I don't know what they mean.
I want to try
concerned.
this. Oh, God.
Should I call someone? So after this, Fitoria goes to Naofumi and she's like, you gotta reconcile with these heroes. To which I'm like, you could have literally started that from the beginning and you wouldn't be with this nonsense. This is so much better. Why did you do this first?
I agree. I absolutely agree with that. That's how it should have started instead of, hey, you guys are eating, let's start fighting now.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
And then, if you want to have that, have it afterwards, where it's like I don't know. Maybe it's like, since you agree to do this, I will have to test all of your abilities to make sure you are prepared. Let's fight. Let's just the friendly. Anything other than this.
I know. Like I said, it just makes her seem just so irrational. Like, I know there's probably not other humans in her group or whatever, but what if someone was to be like, hey, I want to have a diplomatic dispute with you. Let's talk. No, let's chain you up and fight. That's the first thing I think that comes to her mind.
It just, it makes her like just like a total dick. But we learn from this scene, Fitoria gives Naofumi the Raid Shield Corrosion Resistance, which is very handy. Apparently, it comes up as Barbarian Armor +1, which is a nice little touch. So he's got an upgrade to that. So when he goes into his curse rage shield, it won't affect him as much, and he'll be able to stay in it longer. He also gives does Vittoria gives something else to someone, right?
Sure.
Oh no,
ground?
it's now she gives Naofumi the Filolial shield tree, which is also really interesting.
Does that mean he can summon the birds and they'll come and they'll attack?
I don't want to say too much.
That means yes. Easter egg bunnies, go!
It was that's how they sound like. They just sound like screaming dudes. Just what is that? What is that horrid noise? It's the Filolials. They're coming.
Are you kidding me?
Take cover, everyone.
If they sounded like that, no one would want to fight them.
Oh my god.
People would run just by that sound alone.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm lightheaded. Besides, Satsuki is like, I am unamused.
No, I'm just trying to picture that shit in my head. Like that would be terrible.
See, you can see it too. You can see it's like you just hear a rumbling. Just oh no, what's that in the distance?
Oh man, and then the CGI would be bad too.
And it's just their mouths. Their mouths are just like latched open. Just...
And they're colorful, just like that too. Colorful birds coming.
Oh no, I've heard of this before. Everyone take cover.
It does not end pretty. Oh. All right.
It's a stampede, everyone. So after this, a rather, I guess, touching scene, depending on what context you're supposed to take it in. So Vittoria, long ago, had, I guess, a sort of friendship with the shield hero, whoever he was. And there's just this little moment. I guess I appreciate it. It was fairly harmless, where Vittoria does the lap pillow on Naofumi. But the reason, you didn't have to bring this up, but I want to, because how many lollies has Naofumi landed now?
3.
It's 4.
See the Sophilo, Raftalia,
Melty.
Melty. Almost forgot about her. How could you forget about Melty?
Melty melted for Naofumi. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, jeez. God damn it. And then now Vittoria, who is, I guess, likes him by proxy of the last shield hero. Either way, very harmless scene. It gives Vittoria some backstory. A little rough. This whole episode was, the first half, man, it sucked. But thankfully, they at least ended on some finality, and it wasn't all that bad. We got stuff from this that's going to be used in the next episodes with the corrosion shield. I don't know.
And the bird attack.
I would never watch this episode again.
Me neither.
I'm just glad that the whole killing all the heroes thing, she kind of explained that a little further, because last episode it kind of sounded like I'm going to kill all the heroes just because I'm angry, but it's a reason behind it, even though I still think it would be kind of dumb, because even if you summon new heroes, they would have to start from square one, and they would get washed in these stronger waves, so it still would be no point. Even if they were to cooperate, they would be from level 1 and they would die.
Yeah. What's going on? What is?
I don't know. Oh, that's what it is. It's my Febreze bottle. I'm sorry.
Oh. I was like, what the hell? I don't think I'm gonna because I really want to kill this show right now, but
let's do it.
Well, hold on.
Let's do it.
Okay. This is likely the worst couple episodes I think in Shield Hero. But
I agree.
I say we give it one more episode to improve, and if it doesn't improve by then, we're gonna kill it. But I think we should give another episode because the ending to this series is so fucking awesome. It is by far the most satisfying conclusion to Naofumi's character arc. And it's I can't even explain to you actually how awesome it is. You guys will love it. The whole internet's gonna love it. It's so great. And I want to talk about it on this show because it's that fucking good.
Will there be Filolial screeching like
it's no gimmicks. It ends with a fucking awesome fight scene. And we've already established that they animate the characters.
I mean
with 2D.
But it's going to be CG. You know that.
No. No.
You don't think so?
Not all of it. There's one ability that will be CG. But it's going to end with an epic fight, and it's going to end with one of the most satisfying conclusions in this series. Probably the most satisfying conclusion. That's all I'm going to say. You can decide on your own.
All right.
I'm going to give it a pass. You guys decide.
All right. I'll make Sasuke the deciding factor again. I'm killing it.
I'm passing. Need more mining.
There's definitely more mine. In fact, the ending heavily involves mine.
Oh. And happy ending with mine? Sasuke's going to love that.
No, there's no way she's getting a happy ending. So there's no way.
Although I will say, I if I'm not going to watch a crappy show every week for a podcast, if they're just going to rest on their laurels for the next, however many episodes we have left. So that's your one. That's like your one. You get Shield Hero. Unless Satsuki's just auto-passing it for mine, then I...
Yeah, at this point, yes.
Because
there you go.
I'm probably going to auto-pass it in the hopes that we just get to the ending. So, unless it's really bad, then No,
I've been trying to kill it these past 2 shows.
It makes me so sad. So now, I guess we shall not talk about the rest of the shows we have, and see you.
All right, see you later, guys.
Just kidding. Right. I know Satsuki would be so sad if we skip these last 2 shows. Carole and Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on which day you are. Episode 4, Video Killed the Radio Star. The Bugles reference. Bugles, right? Is that?
I love Bugles.
Oh, so I'm not fat, you guys. Okay, I'm just big boned. The girls decide they need a music video for "Hold Me Now," but they accidentally buy a Bender bot for some reason.
I want to say something about that before. Well, continue, but then I'll say something right after that.
This sends their ideas into a shamble, and they are forced to shelf the music video because Bender messes it all up. The first thing I want to note is that it cannot be a Shinichiro Watanabe anime without the mention of the currency he uses, which is Wulong.
Wulong.
It has returned.
This is in the same universe as Cowboy Bebop. It's confirmed.
It's also in Space Dandy.
Yep. Space Dandy, like that robot was watching Space Dandy on the phone. And what I was going to say is, first of all, they mistakenly bought a stupid robot. Did you see the rating on that thing? It had a 1-star rating. Why did they buy it when it had a 1-star rating?
I have no idea.
They saw that
there was so much wrong with it. Rhodey is supposed to be, and he's the one who bought it. He's supposed to be super smart He sees the 1 out of 5 rating. He does not read a single review. When there's 2,508 reviews of it, there's a callback, or not a callback for it. There's like news of it, like how bad this shit is, and they just go ahead and buy it anyways.
He saw how
of
cheap
course he
it
didn't know
was.
beforehand. Yeah. Of course they didn't know the news beforehand, but the 1 star would have immediately made me go, nah, I'm good.
Let's get something else. But yeah, basically this robot is Bender.
It's Bender without John DiMaggio.
Yeah.
It's
you know what?
It's great.
When they do the English dub for this,
John
it
DiMaggio.
has to be his voice, and he has to do Bender's voice when he does it.
Yes. They got to get John DiMaggio to do the voice for this character.
If they don't, it's a missed opportunity. Like, it has to happen now.
One of my favorite parts of this episode is when Jiggy figures out, and he's like taking a bath or something. It's so weird. He's drinking beer, and he catches Jiggy, and he's like,
"Why is the robot taking a bath?"
It's Bender. I mean, the robot's like, "Say hoot," and Jiggy's like, "Say hoot."
Say who?
I love this fucking show.
It reminded me of
show.
Kaguya-sama. Because didn't Chika Fujiwara do something similar? Where she was like, what did say yeah or something like that?
Oh yeah, say yeah. And then they kept looking at her, and it progressively got worse and worse.
Yeah, this reminded me of Kaguya-sama, which is good.
It reminded me of Parappa the Rapper.
Oh man, I haven't played that in years.
Say oh yeah, say ho, ho. You gotta believe.
But yeah, this idea bot, he's kind of a dick. He for some reason runs on beer, and it's just a scam.
Bender.
Not just any beer. It has to be like high quality. He made that specific. He's like, I don't want none of that light shit. Give me the real beer.
I like how Jiggy the whole time is like, something's up, you guys. And Jiggy can't do anything because he's a robot owl.
And all he can say is, hoo.
He did attack him though at the end. He was he was fed up with it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he also the idea robot at one point says, "Don't take me for a certain alarm clock." And I bet Jiggy was just like, "You what, mate?"
You son of a bitch.
And it seems like these artificial intelligence are indeed artificial and intelligent, because this robot was an asshole.
And it was a scam bot.
Yeah, and he's like, get 120 dancers.
Give me a nice car. Give
all these really nice things. What is the point of this robot? Just to troll people?
Oh, just scams. Because you know, whenever it's probably a message about don't believe everything on the internet, because if it's too good to be true, it usually is. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that have been scammed into, I'll buy that off of Amazon, and it's a piece of shit. Me.
Me. This is my life, guys. Just if you didn't know.
Well, see, here's the thing. This may or may not have happened to me, but I bought something off of Amazon, and it was a margarita machine that was supposed to go into the shower. And I'm like, oh, I know who want this. So I went ahead and bought it. It got sent to me. Get this. It was a gag gift.
Wow.
What did it do?
It's nothing. It was empty.
It's
literally an empty box, and it's a gag gift that you can like give to people as a surprise, happy birthday. And I'm just like,
you bought an empty box.
No, like I said, I may or may not have.
Oh, okay, so someone bought an empty box. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I love
Isn't
it.
That's interesting story.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
So I guess that goes like hand in foot with, oh look, the 1-star rating bot is actually going to be bad. God, gee, didn't see that coming. Take the reviews and don't do it. Don't buy it.
Oh my god! And this music video he created,
It was great.
It was simultaneously probably the greatest thing ever, and I was like, why not just put that up? That would go viral.
Mm-hmm.
Like that awful music video, it may go viral like 10 years down the line, but it'd go viral nonetheless.
Yeah, it would be like some Father Concord stuff. How they look like robots, but it's like cardboard cutouts.
Man.
I love the music video. Like you see like the green outline from him trying to use like effects and green screens.
Oh yeah, the chroma key is just way too strong.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice attention to detail right there. And they ruined that nice car that the DJ had.
They completely destroyed it.
And he destroyed the limited edition robots too.
Oh yeah. Why do they need the limited edition robots? Did they even use it in the video?
I don't remember seeing it. Well, no, I think I remember seeing it.
He said that he was going to use it to make it bigger, but in the video he did they did it off screen. So because he brought it there when they were like in the desert area or whatever, mountain, whatever.
Oh yeah, he puts himself on he makes himself like a portable drone, and the wind is so strong it gets blown away.
It's like, all right, action. And they're like, is this right? I can't hear anything.
Oh my god, I love it. This episode was pretty funny. I think this is like the funniest episode we had so far. The show has been kind of semi serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty funny.
We learned that Gus used to actually be a really handsome man. Like I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, look at him right there. There he is. He looks like he was a drummer in a band. Look at him. Got that cigarette in his mouth. He has the same hairstyle that his ex-wife has now.
Oh God, I didn't even notice that. Damn.
I also like that at the end when they touch upon that. It's like, where did everything go wrong? I like that.
Yeah.
It's a nice little closure to their relationship, and she's like, I'm going out with someone, and I really like them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're happy for each other. Exactly.
They acted like adults. They actually, they saw that, and you know what? That's true with life. Sometimes you can't be with certain people, but you know that they're really good friends or whatever. So you're just like, hey man, I'm glad you found happiness. I'm happy for you. That's how life should be. Because I was waiting for the let's get back together, please. But I was like, good. They went the adult way.
Yes, I love it how they didn't muddy the waters with love triangles. Like, oh, I'm suddenly in love with you again. I like that. I like how it's like it's like it's an old flame that died years ago, and it was a cool moment to see that because it was a really nice moment.
I agree.
All of the characters introduced so far pretty fucking cool. What is the ex-wife? Is it Marie?
Yeah, like Murray or something.
Yeah, she's cool. Like I really liked her character.
We also at the beginning of this episode, when they're thinking of like all the dance moves, you have Carole doing some callbacks to a bunch of other dance moves from a bunch of popular.
She was doing the Thriller.
Yeah, she's doing the Thriller.
Yeah.
Did a couple others as well. I like that. I like how this anime it's just a massive throwback to just a bunch of really popular and important music acts.
Yeah, when they were describing the robot, what they wanted in the music video, everything that they were saying was a reference to a music video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I was like, I get every reference they're saying. It's like, I want dancing in it. That's Michael Jackson. I want this. Yeah, that's Whitney Houston, Bodyguard. Yes, I was like, yes, I know all these references.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
I really like that. It feels like this anime feels like an anime made solely for me, and those animes don't happen quite often. Like where you really connect with an anime and like you get the jokes and you get the references. I love it. I love it. I was over the moon when they referenced Motorhead.
Yeah, Oh,
Rip Lemmy.
the ace of spades. Yep, Rip Lemmy. The ace of spades.
One of the few bands to actually, people think, Overkill and Ace of Spades and some of the other songs I can't remember right now. We Are the Road Crew or whatever. People identify those songs, but people don't know. Motorhead has never released a bad album. I could put on any Motorhead album from their beginning all the way to their last album, and I could be impressed. And that's impressive.
And the cool thing about Motorhead is when Lemmy died, the band said, we're no longer making any more because without him, it's not Motorhead. Right. And I can totally respect that.
That's enough about Motorhead.
Yep.
I'm getting sad now. So I guess, God, is there anything else to talk about?
He started drinking Coca-Cola. He's no longer an alcoholic.
Oh no! Here we go. This may Satsuki may like this. When they're talking when Murray makes out with that one chick right in front of the Carole and Tuesday, I was like, oh, did this awaken something in Carole and Tuesday? I wonder. Is this anime going to become a Yuri?
I wasn't even thinking that.
Well,
that
I didn't think that far. I didn't think that far, but what I liked about it is they didn't make it a big deal. It was really nonchalant. It was they didn't try to throw anything in your face like, oh, we're trying to do it. It was just like that was normal.
They're gay. Yeah, exactly.
Look, everyone, they're gay. Yeah, it wasn't anything like that.
As the big words pop up right behind them. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't over the top.
Yeah, it wasn't like a big thing where it's like, oh, like the kid. There wasn't an inner voice. It was just a little blush. Move along, and that's okay.
And that's how things should be.
Yeah. Who cares?
No big deal.
It's just banging out. Who cares about banging out?
And see, that was another thing I thought that. When Gus and Murray were talking to one another, that it was going to be a big deal because she's like, I'm remarrying. Oh, and there's my ride. And he sees that it's a girl. I thought he was going to go, Nani? A girl? Oh my God. But once again, hey, I hope you find happiness. He doesn't even care that she basically left him for a woman. It's no big deal to him. And again, that's how things should be.
Her girlfriend gets out of the car. He sees her. It's Dio. You thought it was Murray's girlfriend, but it is I, Dio.
Oh God.
You thought that
Nani?
If you have Dio as a boyfriend, your life is really secure, as in nobody's gonna fuck with you anymore, or it's going to be hellish.
Probably the latter. Yeah, no, this episode was great. I like this show so far. I don't think this is one of the best episodes. I think this is one of the weaker ones, but that's not because it's bad or anything. It's just because this is such it feels like a noticeable tone shift, and it was like, oh, this is the funny episode. Okay, that came out of nowhere. That's the only weakness I think is just that tone shift. But other than that, I like this. I wish we got more music from them, to be honest. But we did it. Still buying that OST.
Yeah.
What are you guys giving this episode?
I'm passing it. Favorite anime of this season. I'll say it again.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. I'm getting a mega hard pass.
Oh God, jeez. Oh, people think I'm the lolicon. Even though I did literally just say, I wonder if those girls seeing those other girls make out awaken something in them.
Yep.
Awaken the passion of Yuri.
I can feel it. I can feel the Yuri. Oh!
That was weird, Carole. Did you feel something right there? You're right,
yes.
I did.
You're right.
I felt something.
And it wasn't my
weird.
hand either. What?
Did you feel something weird awaken inside of you, Carole? No? You guys want to talk about the next show?
No, let's end it here.
All right.
Fuck it.
Kimetsu no Yaiba, Episode 5, My Own Steel. I don't know why I did a Japanese accent there. There's no reason.
Yeah, why did you say it like that? And why is this guy wearing my shirt?
You wear the same shirt as Tangerine?
No. I'm sorry.
You sounded angry.
Yeah, I am.
No. God.
No, I mean, that's my name. And he's wearing my shirt.
Oh.
I'm talking about dodgeball right now.
Oh, okay.
He's
Tangerine.
wearing my jersey. I hope he cleans that before he... I'm sorry.
God, what are you
talking?
Did Satsuki link something?
No, I'm holding my phone.
Tangerine makes his way to the wisteria trees things, and then he has to pick out the ore for his Nichirin sword. He's able to smell it, which I think that's a pretty nice little bit of continuity. And when he makes his way back to find Nezuko awake, and he makes his way back and he finds that Nezuko is awake, kicks down the door rather, but that's a thing. We then learn that she sleeps to recover all of her energy, and so she doesn't need to eat people. And that Tangerine is a child of light. And Tangerine's next mission is to travel to a town to investigate disappearances of young women, which is actually a little bit into this arc is actually where I dropped this and was like, hey, this is probably going to be much better anime than it is a manga. So far, I've been right. What do y'all think about this episode?
I like this episode. I do think, however, the first, I want to say 6 minutes were kind of dragged out because we had like a continuation of the villain that Tanjiro beat. And I mean, I kind of get it because it was an important moment because that dude did kill a lot of
Urokodaki.
That goblin mask.
Urokodaki.
All right. Urokodaki. He killed like 14 of his students or whatever. So it had importance, but I didn't feel like we had to get like the backstory of the guy who's already dead.
Right.
I agree.
They could have. So the first like couple minutes of this show or whatever it was, before the opening hits, was what happened in the last episode. I'm like, we already saw the last episode. We don't need to see the last episode again. So I felt like that could have it definitely felt dragged out there.
And Bleach had a huge problem of doing that so much in the past, where you would kill these villains that are so unimportant, and they would dedicate a whole episode to their backstory, and it's like, okay.
I think that's I think they're not doing this because they're running out of material, because this thing has like hundreds of chapters adapted, or made. But I think it's simply that in the manga, the early chapters for this are very much like, let's get through this. Like, let's get through the opening. We've seen a million of these shonen. Let's go into it. Let's get into the story. And so because of that, some of the early chapters are I mean, they're long-ish. They're like 20 pages, 20, 30 pages each chapter, which is, some shonen, they go like 40, 50 sometimes. So, it's one of those things where it's not intentional. It's by design of the story that they kind of have to. It's a 24-minute episode show. They got to fill time some way. And at least they're not making up anime original stuff. Jesus. Whew. This is a 1-to-1. Straight up.
I mean, like I said, it's not that big of an issue because the villain did have him. It's not like he was some fodder random villain. He did have some sort of connection, albeit like second hand or maybe even third hand, or how many fucking hands
he had a lot.
Yeah, he had
Someone
a ton
give
of
this
hands.
guy a hand. Oh wait, no, he's got 1 million.
Like whatever, like his connection to Tanjiro, through his master. But I thought everything else in the episode was pretty cool. We got introduced to, not introduced, but we saw uh 3 other characters that made it out, and I'm pretty sure we'll get back to them because their character designs are like way too noticeable for them not to make another appearance. And
didn't one of them have a pig face?
Oh, that's later.
pig.
Oh.
That's in this arc when they're introduced, I believe.
Oh, you're talking about the guy from the opening. Okay.
Okay, I thought I saw them.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to talk about. I do like the whole thing with Nezuko, how they explain why she was sleeping for such a long time. I thought that was a good way to explain why she was kept out of the story for so long, and probably explain or like set up for her being out of commission in later arcs or later episodes, because she's not going to want to eat humans. So this is like the alternative. This is what she has to do.
Mhm.
So I really like that.
QRW6 says they called the beginning the guy, the multiple hand demon, the morphed demon. So there you go. QRW6, one of the best subscribers ever. Dropping knowledge.
QRW6. I don't know if you heard the beginning. I'm finishing Domestic Girlfriend. Gonna be talking about it soon. Sorry, back to this.
Man, as this anime continues to go on, the beginning, it's so weird. It starts out as like, so far it's just a pretty, standard shonen build. But as it keeps going, it starts just introducing these little things here and there. And I think eventually, probably by the middle of this anime, it's gonna be so unique and different. And I actually can't wait for that, because that seems like a cool way to build a shonen like this. Because so far it's a bunch of shonen, and like that's not bad, but it's I like that. I like how they're just taking it slow, but they're also speeding it up by implementing these different things to make it seem like we're getting something really different. And that's what I like about this show. Not only that, but this show looks so different than any other shonen I've ever seen.
I like the look of the characters and the art animation style. It's pretty sweet.
Tanjiro has such a good model. Like, it's every time I look at Tanjiro, I'm like, God, I love the way this guy looks. I also love what they do with like showing like the battle damage and stuff like that. Like the 3 of these boys show up and they're just like, they're went through hell. And I like that.
The one person was talking to himself like, I did this and I don't know, I'm gonna die. He's like, even after he had won and did what he was supposed to do, he didn't want to do it anymore.
Which is just great. And of course the girl there, who seemed very reserved and very like, very prim and proper. Aloof, yes. She was, not dirty at all, and that's probably because that's her personality, is that she's does everything perfectly, and she doesn't have
she's a clean freak. That's what she is. Who are we kidding? She got herself dirty and like, hold on, I have another kimono here. Let me just put this on. Yep. Okay, go ahead.
But also later on in this episode, when Tanjiro goes back to Nezuko and Rokotaki, you see he's got dried blood on his head, and you can see it's like dried blood, and I'm like, when has an anime ever done that? This is awesome.
I want to add that I love Tanjiro.
I
really do.
I love all these characters.
I just want to talk about Tanjiro because, like, when it comes to shonen, like battle shonen, we're talking about like Dragon Ball, Naruto. That's what I'm comparing it to. He's really mature, and he doesn't have that same vibe as other characters, and I just like that. He really cares for his sister. At the same time, he's still like in this episode when you had that one asshole who was angry the whole time he was like, I want my fucking sword now. Give me a sword. And they're like, nope, sword comes 15 business days. Just wait. And then he's like, no, I want my sword. And then Tanjiro protects one of the twins, and then he's about to break the dude's arm. Like literally, he's about to break his arm.
Awesome.
Like I was like, I love Tanjiro. Like, and another thing is like when he killed the demon in from the previous episode, the morph demon, whatever. After he killed him, he did like a prayer for him, which I thought that was another cool thing about it. Like I like the fact that he would do what's necessary, but at the same time, it's not something that he really wants to do per se.
Yeah, I also liked how they focused a little bit on the morph demon, and his origins and what actually went down. Apparently, he was just a normal boy, and he got infected or whatever happened. He got morphed into a demon, and he ate his brother, and that's heartbreaking. And it's like I like that. You didn't need to do it, but they did it, and it was for the better.
I liked how they kind of gave that demon like a nice little send off too. Like he held his hand. Tangerine held his hand and basically said, hey, make sure when he gets reincarnated, he doesn't get eaten by a demon. And the last thing he saw was just him catching up to his brother, up in heaven.
This episode actually had another pretty nice feel moment of a different kind of variety where Tanjiro makes his way back, and he's like even more beat up than he was before. He's like almost ready to collapse. In fact, he does collapse when he sees Nezuko. She breaks down the door, which I thought was like, you didn't need to do that, but it's funny. It's something Nezuko would do. And he starts crying because he's happy to see Nezuko is awake. It's been like, what, 2 years since she went to sleep?
2 years.
Yeah.
And Orokodaki comes out, and he starts crying. And before, you never see this guy give any emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's always this stern face, very, stereotypical kind of master type character that just trains the guy or whatever to do his thing, and that's it. But he was happy to see Tanjiro back, and it's kind of cool. It's like in those 2 years they did kind of bond, and it actually meant something on that level, and I really like that.
I agree. It was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh God, how do we not talk about the one guy with the weird ass mask?
Yeah, I don't know his.
My God,
Was the mask just him going the whole time?
It was a weird mask. It was something like that.
It was a whistling mask. I don't know.
I don't know what his name was. I couldn't catch it.
His name is Hagane Zuka.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he tells Tanjiro that he's a child of light, which is an occurrence that happens when one of the children that a person has, it's very desired to have red hair and red eyes, or colors that matches the eyes that matches the hair color. I imagine that's gonna play big time in the future.
Isn't the blondie like that? I had to look at him again.
Probably, I would say so.
Wasn't there something going on with a sword and it turned black and he started freaking out?
So the ore he picked made it to where he can turn his sword black, and that's something that they don't see quite often, which is another example of Tanjiro being a rather special person in this world. And that's actually kind of cool. That his sword turned black and he's kind of like got this special ability. He's not one of those, shonen characters like, all he can do is sexy jutsu. Look how worthless he is, and he just brute forces his way into being successful.
Sexy jutsu. Oh.
God damn it!
I'm sorry. You set me up.
I like that. I like how he is. Like, they're establishing Tanjiro as an absolute threat, who's very good at fighting, and he's smart.
Yeah.
And he's not a douchebag.
At the beginning, I really thought that this show was average as hell. Now it's starting to slightly get a little better, and I can tell that it's probably going to get even better after this. But yeah, I wasn't feeling it at the beginning. But now that I guess we had to see that the character grow a bit for it to get better, and it's not a bad thing if it's done right. I hate when shows take forever to get to the point, but at least it's taken, this is number 4 now?
Episode 5.
Episode 5, Jesus. We're on episode 5 now, and finally we're at the, the height, but we can finally start seeing Tangerine as a character.
Right, and next episode he's got his first mission, which, well, actually, Satsuki, what is the thing you wanted to say?
Well, I do want to say I'm kind of worried with this mission. Well, not with this mission, but for future missions, because eventually Tanjiro's going to have to meet up with other Demon Slayers, and I'm assuming that he's going to be traveling with Nezuko. So I don't know how other people would react to him traveling with a demon. So that's going to cause some problems.
Yeah, I think so too.
I wonder if there's going to be people that figure out, like, if there's like going to be like this kind of a weird arc where they introduce a character, where the character figures out about Nezuko hiding inside the little basket, and then it's going to be, it's going to be a thing.
She's going to burn up and die.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually, speaking of Nezuko, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do find a cure for Nezuko. Like,
I hope so.
Fairly, not early in the show, but not at the very end, kind of thing. Because I really like Nezuko. I do kind of want to see her get cured of her demon illness transformation thing.
You mean you don't like the fact how she's at, after the credits going,
I mean, it was cute the first time.
Yeah,
but
now
it's an after credit scene. It's whatever.
Yeah, and then now they're talking to a damn bird.
I like that.
Come on, you damn bird!
The bird actually speaks, and he's like, "You got a mission!
You got a mission!" Oh God! Here come the Falolis.
Oh God!
Falolis?
Falolis
Yeah,
be falocking
Falolis.
over this way.
That's a good name.
Yeah, so I guess we should talk about, I think we talked about it a little bit, but so Nezuko gets all of her strength back from sleeping. That's pretty neat way to do it, and it seems she's very sentient. I wonder if there's other demons like her that just keep themselves hidden away from society.
I bet you there is. There is. I found a doll for Satsuki and I.
I would never pay for those figurines. They cost way too much.
We gotta
Well,
have
what if
like a live.
What if someone
like
gave it to you for free?
We gotta have a
Oh,
live
I would
video
take it.
of the King of Anime podcast chat.
I agree.
But we don't.
Damn it.
So, what have we given Kimetsu no Yaiba episode 5?
Pass.
Can you hear me from this far?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm passing it.
Okay. I'm passing. Pretty excited for this first real arc of this show. It's fairly interesting the direction it kind of goes in. Well, yes, I did technically drop the manga, is because I was like, yeah, well, the anime is going to be way better, so why not? So with that being said, let's not forget that we got to do another thing called the CKOA, which is, we haven't done this in weeks because I keep forgetting. Flolials are coming.
They're so excited.
So we got a lot of shows. This is, so we have 5 responses. That's because, I haven't done this in a couple weeks. So Dororo gets 4 passes and 1 kill. Shield Hero gets 4 passes and 1 kill. Fairygon gets 4 kills and 1 pass. Not surprising there. That show's really bad.
God, I thought it was already dead.
Well,
It's deader.
it's dead. It's not. It's not gonna die this week, actually.
When it's
Because
dead, it may never die.
with 4 kills and 0 passes.
Wow.
Is an absolutely. It's just a trash fire. Fruits Basket.
Wait a minute. Isn't that the hentai
Yes.
turned anime?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yep. Fruits
What's it
Basket. The girl who chants "Love at the bound of this world."
It's called Fruits Baskets? That's the hentai?
No, not Fruits Baskets.
No, what's it called?
Fruit.
Oh,
It's not
God.
called Fruits Baskets.
Oh, Yuno is the hentai?
Yes.
Alright, hold on. Just kidding. I'm not gonna watch it later.
I was like, what are you getting at?
I just wanted to know so that I could ask for reference.
Also, I bet there is a lot of hentai Fruits Basket. Just saying. Anyways, Fruits Basket gets 3 passes and 2 kills. What the hell? I don't
What the-
understand
Oh, I
that
didn't
one.
wa-
This show's
I
that
didn't watch
show's
the last episode.
last episode's awesome. Isekai Quartet 5 passes. One Punch Man 4 passes.
Really?
Yep. Zoku Owari Monogatari 2 passes, 2 kills. And the question that I asked you guys for this week is question. SeaTactics has gone crazy. He can't stop talking about Saber-san and is writing a 1,000-page epic about her being his girlfriend. What do you do? The things you could respond with is tell Satsuki he may be able to do something. Tell everything animated he could probably fix him via a dropkick. Do nothing. I also like Saber-san.
Wait, what can I do?
I
I can fit Satsuki by drop kicking him?
No, you can fix me by giving me a dropkick.
Oh, that's mean.
Do nothing. I also like Saber-san. Make an exposed video. # everyone hates SeaTactics. And finally, supply him with more materials. So 1 vote for tell Satsuki he may be able to do something. 1 vote for tell everything animated. He could probably fix him via a dropkick. 1 vote for do nothing. I also like Saber-san. 1 vote for make an exposed video. # everyone hates SeaTactics. And with 2 votes, the one that got the most votes is supply him with more materials. People really want me to be with Saber-san, and I'm okay with that because I agree. I 100% agree. But anyways,
You want some more material? All right. What's the deal with airline food?
oh god, we've hit the end of the show. Shout yourself out. Everything animated.
It is I, Everything Animated. I know I've been gone for such a long time. I only do this podcast once a week, but guess what? It is the epic return of Everything Animated coming soon. And get ready because it's a new personality, well, not that new. I'm still going to be myself, but I guess the way I present myself.
Yay!
It's not going to be like, this is the show, and
Hey guys, it's me.
what I'm talking about. But no, I'm gonna give my feelings, my deep, hard feelings of the show. So get ready for that, and I don't know, whatever else I'm gonna review sometime in the future.
Will there be tears?
Will there be tears? Tears of joy, because I'm finally done watching Domestic Girlfriend.
Will you also? I cannot wait for that. You have no idea. Will there also be tears? As in, like, are you gonna make tears?
I mean, Tears for Fears.
All right, Satsuki the Savage, shout yourself out.
Hey guys, I'm Satsuki the Savage, and haven't uploaded in like a week because I'm lazy. Don't feel like making videos right now.
Hell yeah!
I don't even know what's the next video, to be honest. Maybe I'll actually watch the second season of Love Live Sunshine and maybe the movie too.
Oh god damn it! That means I gotta watch it.
Podcast.
I can't not watch it when Satsuki's watching it.
I mean, I have to too. I don't think I've seen any Sunshine.
We're all love livers.
Yeah.
Love livers.
Everybody knows we are now.
We live for the love livers.
We live for the love, the life that we live.
You can find me where you can find me. Join the Discord. Yep. Oh, also in the thing you can. Who cares? Thanks everybody for watching. We're already at hour 31. Let's just get it over with. Goodbye.
Later.
Johnny.